What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Musia by Creativemind Inc. It's basically an AI-driven plugin. It creates chords, it creates melodies, it creates counter melodies, and it gives you those bass notes that you need. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review.
Some, hit the key.
All right, guys. So Musia is a cloud-based plugin. It is also a subscription-based plugin, so it is $10 a month. It's $80 for the whole year, but there is a 30-day free trial. So I definitely recommend getting over to the website and at least at a bare minimum, get your free trial, check it out and see if it's something that you like. But let's go ahead and get into this plugin. So when you look at the plugin, you see it has a bunch of different control. So you got your chord volume, you got your melody volume, you got the tempo in which it's going to create the chords and the different melodies for you. You have different sample instruments that you can, hear the melodies and the chords on before you do decide to drag them and drop them onto whatever instrument you are going to use. So as you can see, they just have a couple generic pianos, a guitar, they just have some random stuff, vibraphone, marimba, they have a few different things that you can check out, in order to basically see how the chord or what it's going to sound like. So we'll just go ahead and click on piano for a moment, and then you're going to click this button right there, and then boom, you got the piano. So then you have melody instruments as well. So we'll just go ahead and click on this glockenspiel. So boom, and we're in there. So it lets you see what the sound sounds like as well. You're not going to be using these sounds when you make your beats. They're just sample sounds for you to be able to figure out what basically the chord progression and the melodies sound like. They have different genres, which is dope, so they got, ballad, classic, hip hop, easy listening, folk, R&B, rock, so on and so forth. So that's cool as well. Right here does change the size of the GUI. It is also vectoral, so you can change it here as well. We're just going to go ahead and leave it where we have it at though. So we'll click off that. You can message them. And then, this answers, obviously question spot. You already know what that is. You have your settings as well. So you can change the language, you can contact support, you can upgrade your plan, and obviously you can log out. Down here, you can change your keys by just basically pushing up and down. And then every time you change the key, it's going to change the notes in your chords as well. So you can go major or minor scale. Right here, obviously you have repeat. So when it's going, you can make it repeat over and over again. If repeat's off, after it plays through the chord progression one time, it'll stop. In order to auto generate chords, you must turn on this auto mode right here. So boom, you're going to push confirm, and then it will empty everything out for you. You can push auto chord and give it 1 second. Bam, it's going to generate chords for you. You can also take the chord out and you can add a chord in. So boom, if you hit this more button, it's got all the chords right here. You can also type in the chord that you want. So, like let's say you want some kind of suspended chord, but you're not sure which one you want. You can type in sus and hit this arrow, and it'll take you right to that chord and put it into the progression for you. And then it'll sound like this. You can push play and you can hear it. Another feature that I do like a lot over here is that they do have this little download button. So let's say you like a chord progression, you can save that chord progression into whatever file you want to. So you can create a file, or you can create it here. We'll just put DOS chords, and we'll just save it. Boom, and just like that, now you have that saved. So if you want to come back to that later on, bam, you got it. You can come right back to it. You got no problem. You can use that chord progression whenever you want to. You can also do the same if you push this bass only button. It'll just give you the bass notes, but you can save that as well. And you can also do that with the melodies. You can save the melody midis as well. So now getting down here a little more to the melodies, they do have pentatonic and heptatonic as far as melody options. They have what's called note density. So this is going to make the melody more complex. So like when the the note density is down, and let's say I was to auto generate a melody, you're going to see how it's basically long notes. But if I turn the density up, it's going to make those notes shorter and add more notes. So, boom, you know. And with note split, it's going to split your notes up a little bit more. So push auto melody. And you see how the notes are split up more. And then with syncopation, this basically makes the pattern more complex. So as you look at the pattern, you see here at the beginning of the first bar and the beginning over here of the fifth bar, how it's the same, and then how it's similar going into the second bar and so on and so forth, and just changes up a little bit at the end. Well, if you turn syncopation all the way up, it's going to change it and make the melody more unique, which is, you know, obviously a pretty dope feature. So now as you're looking at it, you see how this isn't the same as over here. The melodies are just different going into the different bars. So it just, you know, makes it a little different. And obviously rhythm complexity is exactly what it says it is it's rhythm complexity. So hit that and it's going to make it more complex. And so then it gives you 3 different options. So, you know, a melody, a counter melody, and then another melody as well. Or, you know, you can keep hitting recycle and it'll give you different melodies. So I made a little beat like always. With this beat, I honestly, I didn't change any of the notes. Typically, I always say change the notes and make these MIDI programs yours, or make these MIDI patterns yours. But just for the sake of the demonstration, I didn't change anything. So I have a piano, and then I have a melody with the piano, and then I have a guitar, but as a counter melody, and then I put some choir in there. And then I didn't really mix this all the way down because I just wanted to put it together for the demonstration. So let's go ahead and let's check it out. All right, so that's a little beat demo I put together for you guys. And as you can tell, the beat's not bad at all. It's pretty solid, especially when you consider that it was all AI driven, you know, plugin that created that. Obviously, I made the drum patterns and all that stuff, but all the melodic pieces were made through this plugin. So that's pretty nice. So now I want to go ahead and hop back into the plugin, and I actually want to generate some stuff and drag and drop it. And let's see kind of what we get and kind of check out some of the different sounds and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and come up here, and I'm going to change the pattern. Let's just go ahead and throw it on pattern 15. So let's go ahead and we'll start off with a little hip hop pattern. So let's go ahead and just go to auto mode, and we're just going to auto change the chords, and then we're going to change the melodies as well. So boom, bam, let's hit that. All right, so we got a new little melody here. Let's go ahead and change the melodies down here. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the channel rack. We're going to pull this down, and we're just going to basically drag some chords into this piano right here. So whoops, got to drag them from right here. Boom, drag them and drop them in here. As you can see, my aim may not be the best. So let's go ahead and try this one more time. Boom, drop it on the piano. And then we're just going to take one of these melodies at random, and we're going to throw it on the guitar. And so this is what, you know, we basically start with. So that's not bad. So now we can take this second melody right here, and let's drop this on another instrument of the piano, and let's see how they sound together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hop this up an octave so that it's not the same octave as the chords. And now let's see what it sounds like. So that doesn't sound bad at all. Let's go ahead and try it again and see if we can't get something that sounds a little different. You know, again, just so that you guys can get a little feel of this. But let's go ahead and I don't know if I like that one. I want some variation in my chords. And then let's auto change the melody again. So this time let's go ahead and turn the density up a little bit. And we're going to turn the note split down just a little bit. And let's go ahead and hit auto melody. So let's drag this down and replace this chord progression. We're going to go ahead and cut this. And let's just drag this one right here onto the guitar. And this is what we have. So again, that's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and throw one more counter melody on here. One thing that I want you to notice too as well, with a lot of this, so it does a good job at creating those counter melodies, because as you see, like if this is my main melody, how all the notes are going up, and then on the counter melody, you see the notes are going down. So they're playing opposite of each other, which gives a good feel on your melody and your counter melody. So as you can see, as the whole beat's playing, it's basically doing the opposite of what the other's doing. So that's a nice little feature as well. Let's go ahead and drop this into here though. I did it again. Just like Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. I already know. Corny. Let's go ahead and delete this. And paste this here. All right, so now let's check this out and see how it sounds. Actually, let's go ahead and opt this up an octave again. And let's see how this sounds. Pretty fire. And in my personal opinion, this is one of the better AI plugins that's come out. I'm not just saying that either, no cap or anything like that. I kind of like the way a lot of these melodies and stuff come together. All right, guys. So that's Musia in a nutshell. I would definitely recommend getting over to the website and at least checking out the 30-day free trial, seeing if it's something that you guys wanted to add to your arsenal. I definitely think it's a solid AI-driven plugin. I'm not saying this, no cap. It is one of my favorites of the AI-driven plugins because of the fact that the counter melodies and the melodies, they mesh together so well. I feel like they did a good job with that. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.